dominate the game. Even as a young player, there were times in the fourth quarter where he would make up the difference in a ball game on his own. I had to bring Michael in my office and say, Michael, when's the last time someone who led the league in scoring won a championship? Thought about it a bit. He said, Rick Barry. I said, yeah, that's right, in the 70s. But it's very rare that person that wins scoring championship is also on a championship team. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to move the ball around, and we're going to take the spotlight off you all the time and involve the other players on your team. He said, oh, you're going to have that equal opportunity offense. Well, what's going to happen when the 24-second clock gets under 5 seconds? We'll coach the players how to get the ball to you in that particular time so you can activate the ball. Save that terrific scoring ability for the fourth quarter. He laughed, and he accepted the responsibility. And the other thing that we did is we moved him from a guard to a forward position. We really wanted to win the series in Chicago, Game 5, and we lost this game, and we flew out to Utah to play the 6th game, and Michael said, we're going to end it tonight. You guys get ready for this ball game because we're not going 7. Going into the game, we kind of knew what we had to do to win the game. You had to play close, but come out and win the game in the last 5 minutes. The timeout that I did take with about 40-some seconds to go. That was the key, because knowing Jerry Sloan and having coached against him many times, I knew that if we could go down and score and make it a one-possession game, that he wouldn't call a timeout. We'll run the open. Dennis will, run a pick or set a pick or slip a pick, depending upon what Ostertag does. And Michael, you could double back on Malone if you have the ability. You saw the crowd rise behind that whole activity. You could see the anticipation that they had that this was a crucial moment. Michael changed the idea and pulled up for the jumper instead of taking it to the hoop and finished it. We called that season The Last Dance, and I thought, for an ending of a career, there could have been nothing sweeter than what Michael had just done.
All right, fellas, let's get out of the box quickly. Game time! Move!
Every great plot has its twist. Game 5 of the NBA Finals was no exception. In fact, it may have shifted the momentum in this series. Michael Jordan was hitting the back of the rim all night. Meanwhile, Karl Malone finally found his rhythm, 39 points. And he had help, most notably from an unlikely source, forward Antoine Carr. Called upon in the second half, Carr had 5 attempts from the field. He made all 5. Chicago couldn't close it out at home, so we're back in Utah for Game 6, coming up next.
Dusk here in Salt Lake City, Utah, as we get ready for tonight's big game.
Good evening, fans, and welcome to the Doka Center for game number 6 of the NBA Finals with the Chicago Bulls and our Utah Jazz. And now, introducing the starting lineup for the Chicago Bulls. Wearing number 13, the starting center at 7'2" from New Mexico, Luke Longley. On the guideline, number 9 at 6'6", from Miami of Ohio, Rob Harper. Wearing number 7, starting forward at 6'11" from Croatia, Toni Kukoc. Wearing number 33, starting forward at 6'7" from Central Arkansas, Scottie Pippen. And a guard, number 23 at 6'6" from North Carolina, Michael Jordan. The Bulls are coached by Phil Jackson. Starting forward, number 3 at 6'7" from Long Beach State, Brian Russell. The starting center, number 31 at 6'9" from Stanford, Adam Keefe. At guard, number 14, at 6'4" from Iowa State, Jeff Hornacek. On the guard line, number 12 at 6'1" from Gonzaga, John Stockton. Starting at forward, number 32 at 6'9" from Louisiana Tech, the mailman, Karl Malone. The Jazz are coached by Jerry Sloan. Make some noise for your Utah Jazz.
Welcome, everyone, to Game 6 of the NBA Finals. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me, former NBA Coach of the Year Mike Fratello and former player Clark Kellogg. On our sideline tonight, reporter David Olden. Mike, the only reason this series was extended to Game 6 is because of Utah's adjustments in Game 5.
The screen and roll is a big part of their offense. They went away from it. Instead, they posted Karl Malone, inserted Antoine Carr, who gave them another shooter, so when Pippen doubled, they could kick the ball to the open man.
And for Chicago in Game 5, Tony Kukoc coming up big, Clark. He had 30 points, but Jordan and Pippen could not get it going.
That's why we always talk about the importance of the team. It's rare that either guy, Pippen or Jordan, is off his game, let alone both of them at the same time. Jordan just couldn't find the range, and Pippen was ineffective against Hornacek in the low post.
It was so surprising, but Hornacek did a great job.
Yeah.
On the floor for the Chicago Bulls, Luke Longley is at the 5. The forwards, Scottie Pippen and Tony Kukoc. And at the guard positions, Ron Harper and the great Michael Jordan. And so for the Utah Jazz, it's Adam Keefe and Karl Malone inside. Brian Russell at the 3 and also tasked with defending Michael Jordan. And the skilled backcourt of Jeff Hornacek and John Stockton.
When you look at how the Bulls have played on the road this postseason, they're only 4-4. And most of those losses have come against their toughest opponents, Utah and Indiana. He has a particular set of skills, and they're very fun to watch.
Passes it to Russell. Malone against Kukoc. Kukoc with the steal. It's Pippen on the wing. He kicks it to Jordan. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Russell. And the foul called on Michael Jordan. That is his first foul of the game.
Was not quite set, and when there's a doubt, I think the refs will err towards calling the blocking foul, which I agree with.
As they should. You want to reward players in attack mode.
Here's Malone.
Love the physical play from Malone, forcing the defender into a tough situation and drawing the whistle.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw drops for Malone.
For the Jazz, Karl Malone at the line for 2.
And both free throws good for Malone.
Well, I tell you what, if you wanted the template for the perfect power forward, it might be Karl Malone. I mean, he's got everything you want in a format.
Jordan can't get it to go. And a big Game 5 for Tony Kukoc. You know, Clark, he made as many shots in just 13 attempts as Jordan and Pippen made collectively in a combined 42. I mean, that's just amazing.
Yeah, his efficiency was off the charts, and I don't think the Bulls fed him enough. They got to remedy that tonight, though, Kevin.
You're right. Here's Stockton. Pass to Keefe. Longley grabs the miss. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Chicago. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Nice vision there for Pippen, leading to the bucket.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Michael Jordan, one shot.
Free throw good, Jordan. And Mike, coming into this game, Malone said he wanted to attack the paint early.
That's right. Looking to put pressure on the rim and, if possible, get Rodman and Longley in early foul trouble.
Malone passes to Russell. Kukoc against Malone. Back to Russell. Jazz passing it around. 4 on the shot clock. Malone trying to break free. A nice shot by Hornacek.
And in the fourth quarter of Game 5, John Stockton didn't attempt a single field goal. Jerry Sloan would like him to be a little more assertive with his scoring tonight.
He's been an outstanding field goal percentage shooter throughout his career and in this series, Mike, so no real reason for him not to look for his shot.
And the Bulls, David Aldridge, with some concerning injury.
Thanks, guys. Now, the big news for the Bulls is the condition of Scottie Pippen, who hurt his back in Game 3. He did take an injection yesterday, did electrical stim, iced it, had ultrasound and a massage, and then he did a lot of stretching. He told me he's a little bit ginger, but nothing can keep him out of a game like this. Back to you.
We knew that. David, thank you. Mike, it really has been an injury-plagued series for the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, Ron Harper has the flu, can't hold down any food. Plus, the Bulls have been without a couple other key players. Monumental challenge for them tonight.
Huge, you're right. Here is Russell, following the basket by Michael Jordan. That's tipped.
Nice job that time by Kukoc using the wingspan to get a hand on it.
Hey, Clark, with the injury issues to Pippen and Harper, so much falling on the big shoulders of Michael Jordan.
And we know those shoulders are broad and capable, and we're used to thinking of Michael Jordan as superhuman, but he's now in his 30s playing big minutes. Does he have enough to climb another hurdle? We'll see.
It's going to be interesting to find out. They retain possession.
You know, there's no easy way to stop Malone inside without fouling him. He's got so much strength.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
At the line for Utah, Karl Malone. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And a big question in this game will be how effective Scottie Pippen can be with this back spasm issues.
Well, in Game 5, he was only 2 of 16 from the floor. But he gave them 11 boards, 11 assists, and 3 steals. Can he find a way to impact the game tonight?
Like he did in Game 5, you're right. And he makes both free throws. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Kerr outside. And a miss there on the triple. Jazz trail by 4. Pass to Isley. To the middle. Here's Carr. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Offensively, the Jazz felt they'd essentially been playing 4-on-5 and then made the adjustment in the second half of Game 5 to play Antoine Carr.
He's been a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league. If I'm Jerry Sloan, I'd continue to keep him in the mix.
Yes, sir.
Jordan's gone 5 of 7 from the field. That's over 71% actually. The pass to Anderson. Morris outside. Knocked loose. Here's Carr. Again, the Jazz score.
Outstanding initiative from Carr. I like when he goes right up with the shot.
Here's Burrell. That's good. And so Kerr with the assist. 1:27 left to play in the first quarter. Jordan against Anderson. Malone kicks to Morris. Up top, Jordan. He's covered by Anderson. The Bulls trying to slam the door for their 6th title.
You see the great body control there. laying it up and in despite having the defense all over him. And Dennis Rodman, not his usual energetic self in Game 5, just 3 rebounds.
Tying his season low. He's got his work cut out for him trying to battle with Karl Malone.
Excellent vision from Kukoc. He sees a ready shooter and makes sure the ball gets in his hands.
Jazz trail by 8. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first. Anderson outside. Here's Isley. Lays it up off the glass.
That's a nice play there. Not going to miss many from there.
Chicago leading by 6. A drive by... Oh!
We are loving it.
That's a heads-up play by Kerr, finding the open man and getting him the ball on time and on target. Well done.
Utah with the ball. There's 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Isley, defended by Kerr. Isley, the pass to Malone. Shot clock at 5. Over Rodman, and there's another one for the Jazz.
You got to appreciate Malone's readiness on offense. I mean, he's always in attack mode and prepared to knock down his shot. Hey, the field goal percentages tell the full story. One team is playing more smart and efficient basketball.
And the other, not so smart. They're playing too fast, not getting good looks, forcing things.
And so it's Chicago, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough. Welcome back.